For so long, I thought healing meant hiding until I realized that I wasn't living anymore. Decided to stop waiting to feel ready and to start living. This is Ava's Garden. Welcome. I'm Ava. I'm 30 years old. I'm an introvert. I have social anxiety, and I had to get out of my head and start getting back in my body. Let's talk about it. The whole purpose of this video is because I want this to land into somebody's lap who was living the way that I was living, and one, to let you know you're not alone. Two, I want to let you know that you have support here in me. And three, I want to be the living example of proof of living out loud for you. I didn't have that. I want to be that for somebody, especially not somebody who talks about it transparently. So welcome to my garden where we keep growing, but we don't stop living. I like that. It's cute. I didn't even write that out. I want to touch a little bit on where I am in life right now. I am 30 years old. I live at home with my family. I didn't always live at home. Most of my 20s I did live alone, but moved back home in recent years and really trying to figure out life. I have taken this time to stop working full-time and drop down to part-time positions to really grow and figure out where I fit in the workforce, if at all, because I'm feeling like I don't even fit in here. To be completely honest with you, I'm giving dating a try again. This is so hard, and as an introvert, it just feels awkward in my own body sometimes, and I just have to admit it. However, I had to realize that just because something feels uncomfortable doesn't mean I have to stop my life. Once we tell our nervous system we're scared of something, a lot of us shut down, and that is not the way to go, and we don't talk about this enough. Some struggles that I've really struggled with in my younger years were low self-esteem, embarrassment, low confidence. I won't say I have confidence and low self-esteem now at all, but I will say I still struggle with fully putting myself out there. I struggle with showing people who I really am out of fear of being rejected, and that's just real. And oftentimes I end up settling, especially in relationships and in jobs, because I am afraid to fully put myself out there. I hope I don't start crying during this video because this is a lot to unpack. If this video landed on your page and you felt drawn to this video, I'm praying that it's for you, right? I have done content creation in the past, and this time, y'all, we're only doing it with people who we can grow a community with. So if you feel like you want some community and you want some sisterhood, or you just want to be loved on and poured into, you're in the right space. So the shift, what changed? Why did I stop healing and start living? I saw a quote by Will Smith a few years ago. The most bizarre thing, me seeing a quote by Will Smith, what? But he said something that literally changed my brain chemistry. He said, if you fuck around and you have a good few days, you might fuck around and have a good life. If I can find it, I'll insert it in the video.
We had another good day. And if you line up enough good days, fuck around, have a good life.
It just made me think, like, dang, I'm really curating good days. Am I really gonna have good days? And then it made me think, if I'm not having good days, then I'm really not gonna have a good life. And that's something I want a great life. I have a great life. I'm speaking it into existence. Said that something about being fearful, and the fear is never gonna go away. You're gonna have to do it afraid. So I sit before you afraid of judgment and things like that. But, and the fear is still here, but we're gonna do it anyway, because I know on the other side of that, we know, you and I know on the other side of that fear is a better life and putting yourself out there. So that was the shift for me. I would say in the past, something about turning 30, I started this content creation series where I was doing a 30 before 30. 30 things I wanted to do before I turned 30. Did I do all 30? No, because if you're like me, you start great projects, you have great ideas, but you just never fully see them through sometimes, and that's completely okay. But I did this one weekend in Miami changed my life. And I know what you're thinking, Miami, but yes, Miami. I went and visited my cousin. I went to visit my cousin. Remind you, this cousin is a cousin that I've known since I was little, but we did not have a very close proximity relationship because I've always lived in North Carolina or Florida, and she's always lived in New Jersey. Until our college years, we both were in Florida, but even then I was in North Florida, she was in South Florida. So I was like, I want to come hang out with you. My cousin is a certified therapist. So I would like to say, like, you can't say to her and it's just gonna go like this. Like, she's gonna dissect it, she's gonna put it in. She's not giving you therapy or anything, but she's like very much like we're able to not only hear what you're saying, we can feel you. I spent a weekend in Miami, and y'all, she forced me to get out of my comfort zone the entire time we were there. We went to parties, we went and sat on the beach, we went to different restaurants, and it was just go, 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 go. It made me realize that I had been living in my body, but I hadn't been experiencing things, and I hadn't been forcing myself to experience things. So what happened when I got back home? I realized that I wanted a love that felt like slow dancing to a Beres Hammond song. I realized that I wanted a career that was gonna make me smile when I wake up and make me be proud of the contributions that I made to the company and moving them forward, because I sit with a lot of great ideas and I'm very creative and I'm very strategic. But I said things out loud because a lot of times as women we're taught to be humble, and the only place in this life that I will ever humble myself is before God, because I will be braggadocious about the things that I am good at, and I will be braggadocious about the things that I am passionate about, and I'm not going to shut up about it. So not too much on that, but I just kind of wanted to touch on that. So experiences, I was protecting myself so much, y'all. I want to say 2 years of my life flew by and I didn't do shit. I was at home. My sister had a baby. She was in mommy mode. I was in mommy mode. I don't have any kids. Y'all, life was just passing me by. I was working a job and I was just being complicit. There wasn't like one day, well, let me not say that. There are things that can happen. So before I got to this realization point, before I turned 30, let's talk about kind of some things happening that led up to it. So my sister had a baby. She's in mommy mode. I kind of default going mode. I start working a new job and a new career in the marketing industry. I'm an executive assistant. I remember the time my company asked me to fly on a trip. And there's nothing I wanted more to go to this event and participate, but I was so fearful of staying in a hotel by myself. Tell me in the comments if that's something that you can relate to. I was so fearful about traveling through the airport alone. Remind you, these are things I've done in my early 20s. Like, these are things that I've done before. I probably haven't stayed in the hotel alone, but I like traveled to the airport, gone out in the middle of the night and do things. I had become so fearful. I don't know if it's the post C-19 era. I don't know if it's just that my body went into shutdown, but I had disassociated from like creating great experiences. It's terrible. It's like, I don't understand how me, as self-aware I am, let that happen. But I ended up doing it. I ended up staying in a hotel, and let me tell you how the devil work. So I'm staying at the hotel the first night. I'm so scared. I'm like, sex trafficking, this world, dear God, I'm so scared. I get a call from a friend of mine that my friend is missing and the police are looking for her. And that's spiritual warfare. When you are in the midst of doing something that you never did, that you want to do, and then you see like these, I'm not saying God doesn't send signs, because he does, but please understand when the enemy is throwing a monkey wrench in your plans. So that whole night I stayed up in the hotel fearful of like being abducted. It was so weird. It was so bizarre. I just want to show you how my mind works and how the enemy has been after me. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Come to find out, get back to Florida where I live. I was in DC at the time. The friend is not missing, okay? The friend just went no contact with her family. It was the most bizarre thing ever. Whole nother note. But yes. And the reason I created this page, Ava's Garden, is because I did not share this page with anybody in my personal life, because I don't want friends and family watching this. This is for who God has called me to serve. So if you feel like anything about this story resonates with you, please drop down in the comments and let me know. I'm sharing my journey because I want a girl who resonates with me, or even a man, whoever, to know that we're out here and we're going to start having experiences together, and I'm documenting everything and we're talking about everything. And if there's topics that you want to chat about, the nice girls finish last, because I used to be a good girl. I used to be a nice girl. I would never say I was a good girl. I live like, I don't say good girl, like I'm just a girl, like super friendly, overly compensate, trying to feel not offended by me. I'm chocolate, you know how people perceive us as aggressive. I'm not a nice girl anymore. I'm mean. And like, I'm coming up, saying like you don't have place and time for everything, but I'm not hiding who I am anymore. What's up? I'm not hiding. Like, yeah. If you felt you're doing the inner work and you're not enjoying life, this is the space for you. We are going to talk about weekly how we're gonna shift your mind. I'm gonna share transparent stories, real things that are happening in real time, because while I'm in this transition, I haven't fully committed myself to just being the woman that I know I could be. But y'all, it's Ava's Garden is live and it's here. This is my first YouTube video. I've been dreaming of Ava's Garden for years. I came up with a name a few years ago. It's just literally, the garden is like a metaphor just for places where we come to water and to grow and to live and to exist. And you know, a garden, water, it'll shrivel back up. The plants will die off, but once you get to nurturing it again, it'll blossom. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, like, comment, and subscribe. I didn't even want to push that on you guys at the beginning of the video because, like I said, I wanted the people who really felt something and wanted to be here. I hope this has touched somebody. Please let me know. Follow me on TikTok at The Ava's Garden and on Instagram at The Ava's Garden. Drop down in the comments below. I follow back. I will talk to you. I will chat to you. Welcome home. Like, girl, we got this. So good. Like,